Alright, I'm sure you've seen tons of videos of camera gear under $50, camera gear under $100, camera gear under $200. But in this video, I wanted to push that to an even further extreme. So what I have in front of me is 10 pieces of camera gear under $10 each. Now, of course, there's going to be nothing revolutionary on this list. There's not going to be any cameras or lenses for under $10. But every single item on this list is something that I've already owned and genuinely used and enjoyed and would recommend. Or it's something that I've needed and decided to purchase for this video that's still under $10. So without further ado, this is 10 pieces of camera gear for under $10. All right, here we go. This is product number one. Let's get this thing out of the bag here. And so this is essentially a big cloth camera wrap. And so this isn't like a microfiber polishing cloth or anything like that. Let me actually show you what this thing does. All right, so right here I got my Canon R100, you know, a little mirrorless camera. So if you ever need to pack your camera gear or something like in a backpack or just toss it in a bag somewhere where it isn't fully protected, you know, like in a slotted camera bag, you can grab this right here for less than $10. And it's kind of just this like soft microfiber cloth, but one side kind of grips to the other side almost like Velcro, but it's not, you know, rough feeling like Velcro. It's still really smooth. So I can just grab my camera, throw it in here, and just wrap my camera up in this cloth here. And it's just gonna kind of stick to itself there, so it won't really fall apart. There we go, I can kind of take that. It's not in there very well, but it's just kind of sticking to itself there and holding this camera in. So it's not just gonna come apart really easily. I can even kind of hold my camera by it. But again, it's not sticky, it's not like Velcro really, it's still soft on both sides. But it kind of sticks to itself like that, so you can just wrap stuff up in it, you know, pretty much any way you want, wrap it up, toss it in a backpack, and you're gonna be good to go. You're just gonna be soft, you're not gonna get any scratches on your equipment. This is gonna be perfect for me because I always find myself wrapping up a camera in like a t-shirt when I'm taking it on vacation with me, especially since a lot of times I have to pack all my stuff into a carry-on or something like that. And so instead of just packing one of my t-shirts that I'm bringing with me, I can bring this along with me. It'll wrap right up in there. I won't have to worry about it falling or slipping out. For less than 10 bucks, this is pretty much a must buy if you travel a lot and bring your camera gear or really any electronics with you. All right, next up, this is a sensor cleaning kit. Now this one was pretty difficult to find for under $10. A lot of them are like between 10 and 15, but I did pick this one up on sale for less than $10. So if you don't know what a sensor cleaning kit is, essentially if you get dust or smudges on your sensor, you can't just clean that with like a microfiber towel or like with your shirt or really with anything like that. You know, even cotton swabs and things like that, you should not clean your camera sensor with. You really need a specific, really delicate solution and swab to clean your sensors. And that is exactly what this is. You can get them for any type of sensor you have. Just make sure it's specifically the one for your size of camera sensor. And this comes in a pack with like 10 different swabs and the solution. So this will last you a long time, but this is definitely something that it's much better to have in case you need it, rather than buying it once you already need it and have to wait for it to ship and get to you before you can clean your sensor and use your camera again, you know, if there's a bunch of dust or a big smudge on your sensor. So this is really straightforward. Definitely do your research and watch some tutorials before you decide to clean your sensor on your own because it is pretty fragile and sensitive, but this is a must-have to keep around just in case some dust or a smudge or something gets on your sensor. All right, next up, this one I'm very excited for. This is a tiny little box, but this is actually a little Gerber multi-tool. So this is just this tiny little tool that goes right in your keychain, and it has a couple different tools right built into it. So let me get this thing open real quick. Now I did not own this before. I bought this for this Now I didn't own this before. I bought this for this video to put on my keychain because I find a lot of times I need a little screwdriver like a flathead or Phillips head. I need a bottle opener, something just to pry something out. That pretty much has all of these built into this little keychain. So this is called the Gerber Shard. And this you can pick up for like $7 with free shipping on Amazon, which is pretty crazy. But like all of these, this is a really straightforward tool. It has a bottle opener, it has a little pry bar for prying out nails and stuff, flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, and you know, it's a piece of metal, so whatever else you can use this for. This is really small and tiny, it fits right in your keychain. This is really simple, but for $7, if you put this in your keychain, which is what I'm gonna do, just to have all these random little tools with you at all times, you really can't beat the usability of this for less than $10. It's not even just camera gear related. You're always gonna be able to find a use for one of the functions on this, no matter where you are. So a Gerber little multi-tool, the Gerber Shard, for $7, I would definitely recommend picking it up. Real quick, I have a very serious message from today's sponsor, Aura. It is constantly becoming easier and easier for anybody to find your personal information on the internet, including your full legal name, your home address, your personal email, and even your relatives. So I just searched up what my address is on Google, and literally the first result showed personal information about me as well as my old home address. But even scarier, it has my actual relatives' full names, information, and their full home addresses. Now, the reason this information is accessible to almost anybody is because data brokers sell your information to robocallers, spammers, telemarketers, and really anybody else that wants to learn more about you. But that's where today's sponsor, Aura, comes in. So Aura will actually identify data brokers that are selling your personal information and automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. And Aura will even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists as well, so you don't get all that random spam email. So you can actually use my code aura.com/foxtail to get 2 weeks of Aura for absolutely free. And you can see just how many data brokers are actually sharing your information. Now, Aura's app even features a VPN, password manager, real-time credit and identity theft monitoring, and it even protects all of your devices from malware. So Aura really has almost every internet safety tool you're ever gonna need, all in one single app. And trust me, you are gonna be shocked at how much of your personal information has been exposed, even in just that 2-week period. So once again, use my link down in the description, aura.com/foxtail, to start your 2-week trial today. All right, now let's get back to the video. All right, next up, this one is really simple, really straightforward. This is actually something that I needed. It was less than 10 bucks, and there's a pretty good chance you could use an extra as well. This is just a quick release plate. Now you can pick these up for whatever quick release system you have, and they're probably gonna be less than 10 bucks for a little one like this. This one specifically is an Arca Swiss plate. That's what I use for most of my stuff, is an Arca Swiss or a Manfrotto 501 plate. This one's really simple, like I said. It doesn't matter which quick release system you have, you can probably pick up a replacement plate for it for under 10 bucks. So if you have multiple cameras, you can just keep these plates on all of them without having to swap the plate out itself, or just having a spare one to keep in your camera bag just in case you lose one. Again, like I said, none of these are super revolutionary, but I actually needed an extra one of these plates for less than 10 bucks. It's just good to have around. So I just figured I'd add this to the list. All right, next up, these are mini notepads. So I use a little notepad all the time around the studio just for writing stuff down that I want to remember, or just, you know, put a note on my desk for the next morning or something like that. I find myself just writing on a little piece of paper almost every single day. So for less than $10 to get this 8-pack here, which I'll link down in the description, I'm gonna put one of these in my car, I'm gonna put one in my camera bag, one in my regular backpack. I'm just gonna kind of keep these all over the place. Because like I said, having just a little mini piece of paper to write stuff down is super useful, especially these tiny little pocketable notepads here I can keep anywhere. These would be great to have around, but they're just mini notepads. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, next up, this is a big pack of just 1/4-20 thread and 3/8 thread adapters and mounts. Another thing that I always find myself needing an extra of, especially these 1/4-20 to 3/8 adapters for tripod heads or for camera accessories. I always lose these things and I always need a few extra. And so this comes with those. It comes with a microfiber cloth in there. Actually, I didn't even know it came with that until just now. These female thread adapters, male thread adapters, you know, these little light mount extenders, all this stuff in here for less than $10. These are just random little adapters to keep at your desk or in your camera bag. Once again, not a specific huge use for these, but I always find myself losing these little adapters, and it's gonna be good to have like 10 more of each of these for less than 10 bucks. So that's it for those. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, next up, this is one I use all the time. No, this isn't duct tape. This is actually slightly different. So if you don't know what gaffer tape is, this is essentially duct tape. It's just as useful as duct tape, but it doesn't leave that nasty sticky residue on stuff that you stick it on, and it's a lot easier to write on for labels and things like that. This stuff is amazing, and it's essentially just like duct tape, so anything that you'd use duct tape for, you can use this for, as well as everything that you want to use duct tape for, but you don't want to leave that sticky, nasty residue on, or, you know, sometimes duct tape's really hard to write on, like with a Sharpie, it'll just kind of wipe off because it's really shiny. This stuff is perfect for all of that. It's really sticky, it's strong. Gaffer tape is seriously awesome. For less than $10 for all this, I would definitely recommend picking some of this up. All right, next up, right here we got some cold shoe adapters. So if you build out a lot of camera rigs and stuff like that for video, and you find yourself missing, you know, a hot shoe or cold shoe mount for an accessory or microphone that you're mounting to your camera, these right here, you can essentially just thread into a 1/4-20 thread and add a cold shoe mount to your camera rig. So you probably need like a cage or something, so you need a 1/4-20 thread to thread this into. And also these aren't hot shoes, so there's no electronics in these. You can't mount like, you know, a flash to this and have it actually, you know, function with the camera. These are just cold shoe mounts for, you know, microphones or monitor arms or various things that you just need the mount for, not the actual, hot shoe electronics. For less than $10, again, super straightforward, not revolutionary, but it's always good to have a couple extra of these around just in case you need another cold shoe mount on your camera rig. All right, we're getting down there, only a couple things left. Next up, we got these right here. I've already talked about these a little bit, but this is just a big pack of microfiber cloths. These are perfect for wiping off cameras, camera gear, screens, monitors, pretty much anything. I keep microfiber cloths like every 6 feet around my entire studio. There's a microfiber cloth pretty much sitting everywhere just so I can always wipe down whatever I need to, my phone, a camera, a lens, glass, a monitor, a TV, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I use these for everything. I keep them everywhere. It's always good to get an extra 6 or 10 pack or whatever this is, just to keep a couple of them all over the place, just in case you need them. But they're just microfiber cloths, really simple. Let's move on to the last thing. The last thing we got are these right here. This is a 100 pack of Velcro ties. So I bought like a 50 pack of these over 2 years ago, and I still have a couple of those left. They're reusable, they're Velcro ties. They're pretty simple, you probably get the idea already. But a 100 pack of these for less than $10. I mean, these things will last you forever. They're reusable, like I said, or if you just want to use them once and throw them away, it's a 100 pack for less than 10 bucks. You can definitely get away with using these as just single-use Velcro ties as well. But that's them right there. There's these little slots that you can put them in to get a little extra strength like that. You can wrap cables, you can wrap camera straps. You get the idea. They're Velcro ties. They're really simple, 100 pack for less than 10 bucks. Another thing that I use all the time, I love using these instead of zip ties when I can get away with it, since they're reusable, since they're easier to take on and off, multiple times. These are awesome, 100% recommend these for less than $10. But that wraps up my list of actual useful camera gear for less than $10 each. Let me know down in the comments if you already have some of these or if you're gonna pick some up to use in the future. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.